Hi everyone, welcome back to Sports Kati. With me is Vaishak, and we are back with a fans view. We have been thinking of reviewing a football match for long now, but have been really busy these times. Especially with the cricket ongoing, and you must have seen our videos, I hope. Anyways, Vaishak is extremely happy to talk about Bayern Munich match. They have finished their campaign, 2020 campaign, with a big win. So let's wait. Look forward to Vaishak to take us through the match and how it happened. So Vaishak, off to you.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. Bayern have finished their 2020 campaign, on a high. If you look at the performance throughout the year, throughout the year, apart from the last couple of months where the performance has not been up to the mark, it has been a great, great year. So coming to this match, Leverkusen hosted Bayern, being top of the table. So they just needed to avoid, a loss to remain at the top of the table. If they drew, thanks to Leipzig, who also drew earlier, Leverkusen could have finished this year being top of the table. If you look at historical head-to-head, they have met 82 times in Bundesliga. Bayern have won 48 times. Leverkusen have won 18, and 16 of them were draws. They have met 7 times in DFB Pokal, again Bayern winning 6 and Leverkusen winning just 1. Domination by Bayern historically. But in the last 4 times they have met, Leverkusen have beaten Bayern twice while losing twice. And Leverkusen is the only team to beat Bayern in Allianz Arena under current coach Hansi Flick. Getting to lineups, Leverkusen lined up with a preferred lineup, except they had Lars Bender, who joined their injury list along with his twin brother Sven Bender, which was a pretty big absentee in the Leverkusen lineup, and he was replaced by Dragovic in the right back position. Bayern did not have a fit Goretzka. It was supposed to be fit back after he missed the Wolfsburg match, but he's not back to fitness. Kimmich, who got injured 2 months back and was sidelined for 3 months, is somehow back to fitness. Being one of a sort of a machine. So he came back from the bench because he was in the squad, and it was a peculiar lineup because he was not fit to start. Actually, Alaba played as a center defensive midfielder, and Niklas Zule played as a right back. Now, getting to the goals, it started in the 14th minute. The first goal coming from a Leverkusen corner. It was taken short by Leon Bailey, and Nadim Amiri walked in through with the ball, and he found Schick, who was at the edge of the box. And Schick just volleyed it. A fantastic finish. And it was completely unmarked. Maybe Bayern defense, that's a slight defensive error. But it's possible that people at the edge of the boxes are unmarked, because normally you are marking people near the goal. Now, Bayern, managed to equalize by the end of the first half, which is actually Leverkusen who dominated most of the initial stage of the match. But the end of the first half, Müller had a cross from the right edge, and both the Radetzky and Tah, the goalkeeper of Leverkusen, Radetzky, and centre-back Tah, both missed to block that cross, and Lewandowski was easily just 10 yards away from the goal, and he could finish it. One of the easiest goals he has scored this season. That house, Bayern went to the halftime 1-1, and in the extra time of the second half, when it was almost done, Joshua Kimmich, who came as a substitute in the second half, he pressured Diaby at the edge of the right edge of that field, around 30 yards away from the goal, and he squared it to Jonathan Tah, and Tah had a bad touch. Kimmich pounced onto that ball to intercept it before Tah could take the second touch. And he could find Lewandowski into the box. Lewandowski from the right edge of the box. He shot it. Tapsoba had come to block that shot, but due to a deflection, it went in. So it was pretty lucky that Bayern scored both the goals from a mistakes from Leverkusen. And you have to give the credit to Bayern as well, because Bayern was at a relentless pressure, and Leverkusen ultimately had to give up because of it. The standout performer in this match for me is, is Dragovic from Leverkusen. He was deputized for Lars Bender, which I said, which was something which I thought maybe at the starting of the match, maybe that's the weakness, but he played brilliantly. He had 2 tackles, 3 interceptions, 3 clearances. And out of the 57 passes he played, there were 5 accurate long balls, which is pretty high for a outfield player. I mean, goalkeepers have those kind of figures. The standard performer for Bayern in this match is obviously Lewandowski with his goals, Müller, relentless work rate, and thus crosses that he got. And you can't forget, as a Bayern fan, the relief of Kimmich coming back into the team. The loss of Thiago, decline of Javi Martinez, the summer by Marc Roca not being preferred by Hansi Flick even after so many months. It made Kimmich an irreplaceable figure, and him coming back is something, a joy. Another talking point of this match is Kingsley Coman. He had been subbed in the 33rd minute due to a muscular issue. And Leroy Sané, who was subbed in, was then subbed out in the 68th minute when Flick decided to get in Jamal Musiala into the match. Musiala clearly showed his trust. He hit the post in the 79th minute, one of the best chances apart from the goals that Bayern got. Though Sané did not play bad, it also raises concern because he is that high-profile player. But Bayern players, coaching staff and board have calmed down these concerns from the media with their interviews saying that he needs time to adapt because he's coming back from his serious knee injury. I just want to have a small look into the record of this year. Hansi Flick, it is his 50th win as a manager, so that is a landmark, and he has been managing Bayern for the last 58 matches as of now. And in these 58 matches, he has 3 losses and 5 draws and 50 wins. In this calendar year, Bayern has won 5 trophies. And in the 48 matches that played, they have 42 wins, 5 draws and 1 loss, which is like 87.5% of win rate, which is if I'm right, pretty highest. I couldn't find any sources to say that, but I think it is the highest in a calendar year for Bayern. Lewandowski with 45 goals in the calendar year is at the top in the top 5 leagues. 45 goals in all competitions, that is. The second is Cristiano Ronaldo with 41 goals, but he has 2 more matches in hand in this year. So we don't know, but at 45, it looks like Lewandowski is at the top in this year. Let's stop here. I mean, I think I can go on with Bayern. Since it's a small review, it's better to stop here.
Yeah, I just want to touch upon the topic. I really was surprised when they gave that manager of the year to Jurgen Klopp over Hansi Flick, given what Hansi Flick has achieved over the last season. But again, as you said, for me personally, I think it was Hansi Flick who deserved it. And I'm happy to hear that Bayern is back on top of the table in Bundesliga. I'm happy that you are happy. But as a neutral, I would say I would have preferred Leverkusen to win the match so that at least it keeps the Bundesliga table at least entertaining, or I would say interesting, as long as possible. Anyways, now Bundesliga is done for the year, so now we have this winter break, so we'll have to wait for the break to get over to see how the Bundesliga race comes up. We can still expect some surprises, and the race might still go on to the end. So let's see what's happening there. And as usual to our viewers here, if you like our video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I also want to mention that we have the Boxing Day coming up, so that means even though the Bundesliga is off, the cricket is still there. Cricket is going to be there. India is going to play their second Test match at Melbourne, so that's there. And apart from that, the football leagues are going to be the Italian, Spanish, and English leagues have matches. They've cramped up matches over the Christmas period. So yes, we'll be back soon with all those and more. So do tune into us and do watch our videos. And until next time, stay safe and goodbye.